Thank you, Mei Hong. Second, we have our R counter, Toastmaster Yong Yi-wen.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Evan. I'm the art counter for this evening. Welcome to Reminisce Toastmaster Club. The purpose of the art counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you.
Thank you, R counter Yi-wen. Next is our grammarian, Toastmaster Jun Ui.
Hi, good evening, Mr. and Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is reminisce, R-E-M-I-N-I-S-C-E. Which means to think or write about past times and experience. An example of using the word is, at the reunion dinner, the former classmates reminisced about their old teachers, or looking at their childhood home, Ida and Sarah were able to reminisce on memories with their family. Each speaker is encouraged to use word of the day. I'll give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of word of the day. Thank you, Mr. or Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. Last, we would like to invite our General Evaluator, Toastmaster John C., the distinguished Toastmaster from Breakthrough Toastmaster Club. John C.
Thank you, Risan. Good evening, everyone. I'm John. I'm from Breakthrough Toastmasters Club in Singapore. The work or the task of the general evaluator is to evaluate generally. If you do not understand, it's okay, because I too do not understand. So I evaluate everything and everyone, and at the end of the meeting, I'll share with you how much I love all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Now, my friend, we are about to start the journey. I would like you to follow my instructions. Take a deep breath. If you are able to meet the 21st years old self, what advice will you give to yourself? Seriously think about it. The 21st years old self that just just about to explore the new world, what advice will you give to yourself? Write it down in a piece of paper, your handphone, and you can even share it in the chat with us. Now, think about it, my friend. So, my friend, are you ready to walk through the path, the tunnel, to meet the 21st years old of yourself? Are you ready? If yes, please give me a love icon.
Yes.
Yes, great. So, my friend, let's go to our 21st years old. Okay, the first section of our tunnel will be the project pathway speech. So our first speaker will be attempting in level 1 project icebreaker from the effective coaching path. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Alvin Teng, the Vice President's membership from Grade 2B Toastmaster Club. Alvin, I request you to please read out the speech objective.
Hi everyone, I'm Alvin. Today Alison Yoon will be attempting icebreaker. Speech title, Embracing My Imperfections. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Notes for the evaluator: this member is completing his or her speech in Toastmaster. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of his or her speech and delivery style. Because the icebreaker is the first project a member completes, you may choose to use only the notes section and not the numerical score. Thank you. Back to you, TOE.
Thank you, Alvin. For the guests that never attend a Toastmaster meeting before, the time allocated for icebreaker speech is 4 to 6 minutes. 4 to 6 minutes. At the 4 minutes, the green light will become on, and at the 5th minutes, the amber light. Timer, please highlight timer, please. Thank you. For the first 4 minutes, that will be the green light, and the 5th minutes will be the amber light. And at the 6th minute, the red light will on. After this, speaker, you are be given 30 minutes to make your round up. Okay, so next, welcome our first speaker, Alison Yon. The title of the speech is Embracing My Imperfections. So that puts our hands to welcome Alison.
Hi, everyone. All right, can I start now?
Yes, you may.
Too often, when we scroll through the social media, we see the perfect moments of somebody's life. For example, a friend telling the world that he has been awarded as the top sale last month, or somebody's boyfriend spent thousands of dollars during his proposal. Hashtag, I said yes. These are the good moments in other people's life. The social media has always been so colorful, and people's lives seem to be so perfect. Well, if you go through my social media profile, my Facebook profile, you might also think that I am a successful educator or a business owner. Today in Venus Toastmasters Club, I'm going to take down my armor and review my imperfections to you. At the same time, I want to tell you why you shouldn't feel insecure about your imperfections. Hi everyone, I'm Alison from Ipoh. I work as an English teacher and I'm running my own education consultancy. I do counseling, parenting, teaching, and teachers training in my center. My job revolves around students, parents, and teachers. And there's always this stereotype in our society that educators need to be perfect. Making mistakes in class or in front of parents is like committing a crime, because people will be like, oh, you are a teacher, and how can you make such mistake? And so when I first started my teaching career 10 years ago, I always told myself that, oh yeah, I am a teacher, and I better be a perfect role model to all of my students. So for years, I have been living up to everybody's expectations. I was never late to work, I always met my deadlines, and always went extra miles whenever I was given a task, just to make sure everything was under my control. While I was feeling good about my own perfection, little did I know that I was inviting troubles and depression into my life. You know, we are all humans and humans make mistakes, but I didn't understand that. Whenever I made a mistake, I tend to blame myself, even there were things that were out of my control. I started to feel ashamed of letting my superior down. And I started to isolate myself at work because I thought that in that way, I can minimize the mistakes because I'll be taking charge in every single detail. That sounds like a cycle, right? Well, fellow Toastmasters and guests, please give me a 1 in the group chat if that happens to you too. Striving to be a perfectionist, but at the same time, you're giving yourself lots of pressure. Give me a 1. Thank you. Well, that was me 2 years ago. So you're probably wondering, so how did you get out from that state of mind? It was one day when I received an email from the US. It was an email from my former employer in the US because I used to teach there. He asked me whether I'm interested to go back to help him during summer. That time, I was still under employment in a Cambridge English exam center in Penang. So I told him, well, thank you, sir. I will consider your offer. That made me went and dig out all the US job application documents in my drawers. And I found a piece of paper. It's an evaluation form from my US boss years ago. And it says, "Good job, Allison. Sometimes you fear of letting down. The leadership staff held you back using more of your talents. Be more confident because you are amazing." Bam! I woke up immediately and finally had an answer to myself of where the heck this anxiety and depression came from. It's my fear of letting people down and my obsession to being the perfect me. So from that day onwards, I told myself, I'm still gonna give my best in what I do, but if things didn't go well, it's okay. Learn from it and move on. Because one thing I realized from this experience is that trying to be perfect itself comes from insecurity. The only way for us to truly be confident is to embrace our mistakes and appreciate the good and bad moments in our lives. Because the more we force ourselves to be perfect all the time, we will tend to love ourselves lesser when we have imperfections. Well, I don't want to love myself any lesser, so I changed my mindset. It has been 2 years that I live with my imperfections, and I love it. Ladies, there might be days when we feel like it's the end of the world. We might sometimes need a good cry or a cup of coffee. But one thing we should never stop doing is loving ourselves and believe that you are here for a reason. Perfect or imperfect, that's decided by you. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alison. What a great story. Yeah, it's whether decide is we ourselves decide that whether it's perfect or imperfection. Now, the second speaker will be also attempting level 1 project icebreaker from the presentation mastery path. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Shavin Jia, our Vice President Education from Venus Toastmaster Club. I request you to please read out the speech objective.
Okay, hi, Risan. All right, yeah, June today is attempting her first speech icebreaker as well, same as Edison. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce herself or to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. This member is completing her first speech, Toastmaster. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of her speech and the style. Yeah. So she has 4 to 6 minutes. June, back. Okay, back to you, Risan.
Thank you, Savin. Now we have Toastmaster June, our treasurer of Venus Toastmaster Club. The title of speech is Glossophobia, and the floor is yours, June. Toastmaster June, over to you.
Thank you, Risan and Savin. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and my lovely guests. It took me 5 years to join Toastmaster being a member. You may wonder, what is my resistance and why took it so long? It tied back to the topic of today, which is glossophobia. In other words, fear of public speaking. I learned that public speaking is number 1, fear for people, while the fear of death is second in line. That means people are more afraid of speaking publicly than dying. If you agree with me, please type a 2 in the chat box. Thank you. Reminisce about my childhood. When the school organized competition like singing, storytelling, or speech, no one in the class will volunteer that. So the teacher had to pick someone, and they would like to pick me because I would never say no to teacher. It was not a joyful moment because it was very stressful. And I was forced to memorize all the speech before going up to the stage. So I was trained up, and that's how I started to stand in front of public. Regardless how many times I was asked to speak publicly, I still had the fear because the traumatized experience I had. There was once I remember, I forgot my speech halfway, and my mind was blank and my chest was so tight, and I feel that I'm on fire and burning up. I look up and see all the eyes were staring at me, waiting expectantly. I take a deep breath and finish whatever things that I have in my mind, and just finally, when I all finished, I ran back to my seat. For that moment onwards, I still can tell you it's still vividly in my mind. Secondly, preparing a speech is one of my challenge too. In workplace, there are many occasions I was asked to speak impromptu. So it's very hard for me sometimes to come up with some ideas and I want to speak my mind. So I find it is something that I need to improve on. So when I travel or attending the Toastmaster meeting, I also noticed there will be evaluator that giving you feedback to all the speaker by end of the day. And I see that, this is also a way of being a speaker that you find ways to improve whenever you have chance to speak. I find the environment is very supportive and very encouraging. So that's why I joined Toastmaster a few months back when there's an opportunity come by. So to do that, I tell myself I want to achieve 3 objectives. First, to build up my confidence in public speaking. Learn how to create good content and also receive feedback for further improvement. As a closing, I like to leave a quote to everyone and encourage you to start your journey and participate in your pathway. So it sounds this: it doesn't matter when you start. It doesn't matter when you start. All it matters is restart. Thank you very much. Over back to you. Thank you.
Raysan, we can't hear.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize that I've been muted. Thank you, June, for your sharing. I hope that you can achieve your 3 objectives during this journey within Toastmaster. Now, our third speaker in this evening will be presenting the Level 1 Project Icebreaker also from the Dynamic Leadership Path. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Sweet Yi, the distinguished Toastmaster from Grade 2B Toastmaster Club. Sweet Yi, I request you to please read out the speech objective. Over to you, Sweet Yi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raysan. Toastmaster Angeline Lai will be attempting Dynamic Leadership Pathway Level 1. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. So the given time is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, you see green. At 5 minutes, you see amber. And at 6 minutes, you see red. So Toastmaster Angeline Lai, move forward. Toastmaster Angeline Lai. Angeline Lai, move forward.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay.
Yes,
Sound check. Okay.
loud and clear.
To reminisce about my past, it has been traumatic and memorable. It's always easier to reminisce about the good memory rather than the bad one. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and our lovely guests. A little bit about myself. I've been staying with all girls in the house for 20 years, except my father. I have 3 sisters and I am the eldest. They call it, in Cantonese, they call it Sei Chin Kam, for those who understand. In English, it translated to 4 golden princess. I have a younger brother. My younger brother was adopted 20 years later. I remember when I was in primary 3, I didn't stay with my parents because of their work commitment. I and my elder sisters were fostered by my aunt for 2 years. I reunited with my parents at the age of 11. After reunion with my parents, I continued my primary 5 in a small town named Kajang in Selangor. I was a transfer student in a co-ed primary school. At that time, being a new girl in the block, I must admit that I'm pretty popular. Just like the Taiwan and the Korean pop drama say, many people wanted to know me and be my best friend. Because I was born with a fair skin complexion, as fair as Snow White, with no pimples at all. On the contrary, I am having a popular haircut. From who? Aaron Kwok. A short haircut with 2 side partitions. For those who don't know who is him, he was the famous Hong Kong singer with the song of Para Para Sakura and the Tuini I Puan. But I still couldn't understand why I get famous. So in the past 2 years of my primary school, I have made many friends, including the girls' friends and the boyfriends, not the boyfriends. It's different from different genders. But sadly, I have no best friend. My friendship didn't last, and the girls started to get jealous of me when the boys have crush on me. They started to gossip about me and came up with a lot of nicknames. So I felt cheated and hurt. And I became reserved and quiet. To avoid gossip, I don't speak much and I don't mingle around. I go home straight after school. When I moved to secondary school, rumors spread because our primary school is next to our secondary school is next to the primary school, but then they couldn't cross each other. The student couldn't cross to the next the border of the primary school. So what happened is everyone is curious about me. Who is the Snow White? Reminiscing in the hall assembly every Monday, the school prefect would like to pick on me as if I'm on my lipstick because my lips are always rosy red. Ayo, it's hitty lah. Then I still remember in September, it was an exam month in the school. When I stepped into the classroom, surprisingly, I saw my desk was full of presents. All the fancy gift box and it are either on the floor or on the table. At that time, there's no Facebook, there's no handphone at all. I have no idea how they find out about my birthday. During my secondary school, I tried all sorts of different activities because I've changed and I try to expose myself to learn more and to discover more. So I've joined backstage crew, sports club assistants, also play badminton, sports and volleyball. I also perform pop dance for the school carnivals. And guess what? I am also certified in brown belt karate, martial arts. Don't play, huh? Fellow Toastmaster and friends, we don't meet people by accident. They are meant to cross our path for a reason. I trust it is a journey to train myself to be vulnerable, to be stronger at the same time. I truly believe a true friend accepts who you are, and a true friend will give you the true and genuine advice. Reminiscing the past, I must admit, despite the unpleasant friendship, there were good things that cheer me up and keep me moving forward. Since then, I've never been afraid of meeting new people or starting any new conversation. My circle of friends expanded until today. People know me as the bubbly, the fun, the cheerful, the steady one, and the adventurous Angeline. I enjoy new people like you and make friends with you as well. So for the guests, do not hesitate. Come and join Venus Club. We inspire, empower women to be confident and to be righteous. You too would find your true friendship in Venus Club. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Angeline. Wow. While making the speech, also promoting our Venus Toastmaster, yeah. This is the role of president. Okay. Now, our last speaker of this evening will be delivering the first level speech, project evaluations and feedback from the innovation planning path. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Jane Chong, the Vice President membership from Quayside Toastmaster Club. Jane, I request you to please read out the speech objective.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Risan. Okay, the purpose of this speech is for a member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. So the purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Okay, sorry. Let me restart. The purpose of project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. Then the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his or her first speech. So our Toastmaster member, Michelle Lam, will be presenting her speech titled My Offer to the World. My Offer to the World, Michelle Lam, the stage is yours.
Timer, please remember that Michelle's speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Michelle.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. I'd like to take you on a journey as I reminisce the key events in my life that led me to discover what my offer to the world is. Today, I'm a professional certified coach who specializes in leadership development, communications, health, and wellness. I help leaders go from being overwhelmed in life to living a healthy and fulfilling life. I partner with them to design their individual and professional transformation journeys. Prior to becoming a professional coach, I had served for more than 20 years in various leadership roles in strategic marketing and communications, leadership development, and culture transformation. Now, you might wonder how a corporate professional like me discovered my life calling and my offer to the world. Well, let me take you back to what my life was like back in 2016. I had sustained injuries from a skiing accident, and I didn't heal very well because of my obsession with hiking and climbing mountains. I still remember the day when I was at the Prince Court Medical Center consulting with an orthopedic surgeon, a specialist who corrects the deformities of bones and muscles in our bodies. After examining me, the specialist told me that I was at the onset of hip osteoarthritis. Back then, I was only in my early 40s and definitely too young to have hip osteoarthritis. Usually, it's people in their 60s and above who would have arthritis. The orthopedic surgeon recommended that I undergo a hip replacement surgery as soon as possible. But I wasn't ready to take such a drastic action. Naturally, I sought a second opinion at the Damansara Specialist Center. That orthopedic surgeon gave me hope, and he told me that I could improve my condition by undergoing a series of physiotherapy sessions. So in my mind, I thought, wow, that's great, right? Because I'll get to keep going hiking, and I can even learn and train and to conquer Mulu Pinnacles, Malaysia's World Heritage Site. In spite of my medical condition, I hiked the pinnacles, and I ended up popping painkillers on the hour throughout the hike. I completed the hike, but I ended up with a throbbing pain on my right hip. I couldn't walk properly, and I began to limp a lot. This time round, the orthopedic surgeon told me that my condition had deteriorated and there were early signs of bone degeneration on my right hip. I was also told I will never be able to hike or ski again. I was devastated. Life went downhill from then on. My confidence diminished as I told myself over and over again that a cripple cannot amount to anything good, and the light at the end of my tunnel dimmed significantly. At work, I drove myself and my team to work doubly hard so that we will never be overlooked. Our hard work paid off, and we won awards. It was a glorious facade. But deep down, I wasn't happy with my life. My team and I were exhausted as we kept pushing for bigger and better projects. And it was very tiring to feel like nothing was ever good enough. After 2 years of limping and many useless physiotherapy sessions, I'd pretty much given up hope of ever becoming normal again. Life became a drag until I came across coaching. At that time, I was the Chief Leadership Center for Petronas ICT back in 2018. When the opportunity came, I enrolled for this program called Ontological Coaching for Certification, offered by Newfield Asia in Singapore. It was a 9-month program where I experienced the power of coaching like never before. During that program, I discovered that I had a self-limiting belief that as a cripple, I will never amount to anything good. I will never find my happiness nor fulfillment in my life. The belief left me stuck, round and round, going round and round, and never exiting that vicious cycle. Through coaching, the trainer helped me recognize that I was not crippled. Instead, I had a medical condition that could be managed. Now that was hope to my ears, and the aha moment led me to be open to new possibilities in my life. I left the coaching program feeling much lighter, as if a huge burden had just been lifted off my shoulders. In the weeks to come, I noticed the healthy eating places in Surya KLCC, next to my workplace at the Petronas Twin Towers. I used to walk past those outlets countless times, but somehow I never noticed any of them. But suddenly, after a powerful coaching conference, I began to be open to the possibility of eating clean and healthy and allowing nutritious foods to naturally heal my body. I went for physiotherapy sessions again with a new therapist who taught me how to activate the right muscles and learn to walk without a limp. Within 6 months, I lost 7 kilos, 5% body fat, and a full layer of visceral fat. The pain on my right hip significantly reduced, and I began to walk faster and more comfortably. After 12 months, I was walking without a limp. And today, while hip osteoarthritis remains with me, it no longer traumatizes me. I had undergone my own personal transformation, and I have come out a much better person. Coaching has given me a second chance to life. Knowing what I now know about being healthy and living well, I'm able to partner with my clients to develop physical, emotional, and mental practices that lead them to enjoy healthy and fulfilling lives. In April last year, I took a leap of faith to become an executive health and wellness coach. A year and a half later, my passion for coaching leaders continues to burn bright. To end my speech, I'd like to share a quote from the late Steve Jobs. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Friends, that is how I discovered my life calling and be the offer to the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michelle. Wow, I can feel how you go through the stories of how you go through all the painful. Yeah, and for our guests, just for your information, Michelle also a very good baker. Every time when we having meeting, she was preparing all the bread and share the food. So wow, next time when we have the physical meeting, let's invite Michelle to also share some tips and some great food from Michelle. Okay, now it's the time for our audience to vote for the speakers that you think did the best today. Zoom Master Mincy, kindly launch the poll, please. Okay, that's it for our first session. All of you select your result already? Okay, the result will only share after the sessions. So now we will move to our second session, our table topic. Welcome to the second part of the tunnel. This one is the most excited part, fast sessions. This session is where we can get all our guests to participate in giving impromptu speech, the table topic sessions. To conduct this session, may I invite our table topic master? Let's welcome Toastmaster Rita Gore. Rita, the floor is yours.
Yes, greetings, fellow Toastmasters and our delightful guests. This is Rita Gore signing in as your Table Topics Master. The main objective of Table Topics is to help us to think on our feet. And this skill will come very useful. For example, if we suddenly find ourselves in the same lift as Jeff Bezos, and we have only 2 minutes to make our positive impression on him. Yes, so this is a 2 minute. You have 2 minutes, and timer Mei Hong will show you the green. Timer Mei Hong, can you show green at 1 minute? Right, and at 1.5 minutes, you'll be shown the amber light, and at 2 minutes, you're supposed to wrap it all up, and you will see the red light. So maximum 2 minutes is your timing. May I now also encourage you to use the word reminisce, the word of the day, in your answers. So without much ado, may I also ask you to raise your hand, guests and fellow members who wish to be called. And I ask you to please keep it raised so as not to waste time. Okay, so for the first question, let's see. I see Lorraine. Guess Lorraine. Yes, are you ready for your question?
Yes, I am.
Yes, 21 is indeed a tender time of youth and wishful dreams. Which dream of yours have you already achieved, and how did you materialize it into reality? Go ahead. Lorraine, go ahead.
Can I suggest to also type the question in the chat box? Thank you.
Okay. So, which of the dream have you already achieved? And how did you materialize it?
When I was 21, I was about to finish my degree in mass communications. It was a dream for me to actually have a bachelor's degree at a very young age, which was 21. However, I had bigger dreams than just finishing my degree. I wanted to be a lecturer. And how do I get there? I asked myself, I asked people around me, especially my lecturers. And one of the advice that my beloved lecturer has told me was to actually get a master's. With a master's, you are secure in the general university settings or the requirements to be a lecturer. So I told myself, all right, I should get a master's. I don't care when, but I just need to get one. So move to 2019. I discovered that I will be out of the job soon because I finished my contract. And I didn't know what to do after that. So I reminisce back to when I was 21, the goal of having that master's. Because of that dream, I decided at the age of 25, I decided to do my master's. And currently I'm still doing it. And my next goal now is to finish the master's. So what I would like to say is that always reminisce back the little dreams that you have or the wishes that you made, because it may open new doors and avenues for you to pursue the things that you want to do in life, such as a master's. And I would like to thank my lecturer for giving me that inspiration to actually do my master's. So thank you, and back to Toastmasters Rita.
Congratulations, Lorraine. And so our next question is about a party. All right, so who would like to volunteer?
Yes, okay. KK.
Okay, KK. It is your 21st birthday party, and you have the chance to curate the theme of the night. What theme would you select? And please describe how you will do up the entire scene. Go crazy. You're only 21 once. Go ahead. Unmute, please.
Yes, Madam President. Well, I call Rita Madam President because she was my club president many, many years ago. She was also a member of my club, Butterworth Toastmasters Club, once. 21 years old. Wow, that was a long time ago. Long time ago. And I have now got to think of a theme for my birthday party. Yes, I got it! The zoo. So I will decorate the whole room with all the ferns, the banana leaves, the coconut trees, and big flowers that can, if you're not careful, if you step on them. And of course, you must come in an animal form, be it a rabbit, be it a tiger, be it an elephant, or jaguar, or gorilla, you decide. But there is one condition. Whatever costume or animal that you have decided, it must reflect your character. That's where we will know who are the ones who think they are the king of the jungle, the tiger or the lion. Or who thinks they are the timid ones and they will be just the rabbits. Or will you be a giraffe and always looking above everybody? Or a rhino who is grunting the whole day? Or a hippo, a person who likes to play in the mud and just do nothing? Or would you be a monkey? I don't know. You decide. But come, dress in your animal costume and be who you are. And we will have a wonderful time in the zoo. Back to you, Rita.
Thank you, KK. I wish I was with you among the banana leaves. And now we call upon Edmund. Edmund, imagine that you are a famous person, which of course you already are, Edmund. Are you ready? Edmund, you
Yes,
have
I'm ready.
been invited
Yeah.
to author a book. And the book title is, yes, you are a very famous person, Edmund, and you have been invited to author a book. And the book title is 2 Mistakes to Avoid, What They Don't Tell You at 21 Years Old. Go ahead and share with us the 2 mistakes to avoid at 21 years old, that what they don't tell you at 21 years old.
Madam Toastmasters, my name is Edmund. I'm from Singapore, representing YMCA and also New Generation Advanced Toastmasters Club. It's a pleasure to be with Venus. Venus sounds like in the galaxy. Right now, my mind is in galaxy world. So I like to tell you about the 2 mistakes that most youngsters under 21 make. It's very common. Why? Because they don't know. They are full of energy. They just close their eyes. They like to be wild. They like to have their dreams. They like to dare to do anything beyond the wildest things. When I was 21, I know, but I never make those mistakes. Why? Because I was very kiasu. I'm from Singapore. I practice the 5K culture. First, I kiasu my government. Next, I kia kaki. I scared of myself. Next, I kiasi. I scared to die. Next, I kia my sister. She's just like, because I was still single, she always say, don't do anything that disgrace to my children family. With all this cake culture. So I would like to advise most of the things to the young people. 1, if you are a man, you are a boy, remember, don't, when you have a girlfriend, be very careful. The minute you make her balloon up, you're in deep shit for life. Under 21, you're gone. That's 1. And for a young lady, when you go out and see a handsome man, be very, 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 very careful. First, you make sure that if you like him, bring home to your family. Get your general evaluator, dad and mom, and all the other evaluators, your brothers, sisters. Do a table topic with them and make sure that who is this guy that you want. Make sure you find the Mr. Right, and you'll never regret in your life. I learned all these things. I wasn't a Toastmasters ready, honestly. I make my life, so I'm 65 now. Look at me, I'm still young at heart. I only started my journey in Toastmasters very late age, around 40. So time and tight wait for no man. So very importantly, I like to advise the young people. I love Tom Cruise. The book authors always say mission impossible, but I like to say how you spell impossible. I am possible. So for young people, 2 mistakes that you make. Remember, 1, what did I tell you for the boys? And for the lady, remember, don't ever do it. Back to you, TMC, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Uncle.
I will definitely share with my 21-year-old daughter. And for the final question, may I see who is raising the hand? It's a very exciting question. Who will want to go for it? Can I see your hands?
Yeah, I saw
Christine. I saw Christine Woon. Is that okay, Christine? Yeah, please unmute, Christine.
Yes,
yeah, I promise it will be a very exciting question. Your 21-year-old daughter has decided that she wants to marry very soon. Fortunately, she has got 3 candidates in mind. Now, assuming all candidates are equal in wealth as well as good-hearted. Now, who would you recommend her to pick? A lawyer, B, a doctor, 3, an engineer. Speak to her to advise and share your reasons for your choice A, B, C, lawyer, doctor, or engineer. Go ahead, Christine.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. I would advise my 21 years old daughter to pick a lawyer, I guess, for right now, because I think lawyer is a good choice to able to help people to make a good judge. And during this moment of time, we need a lot of just, be it in political or in our own social media as well. I think for 21 years old as well, the people who are still young and they do not know what to do, their choices. So I will I think I will take Edmund advice as well to ask him to come for a table topic and allow this general evaluator to evaluate him before he passed through the permission of me and my husband. So for this for this topic, once any one of them who pass the table topic, he will be the one who will be the successor, and he will be the one who will be able to marry my daughter. So thank you.
Congratulations. Indeed, you have put a very high benchmark. They must be able to handle a 10-minute speech without looking at the paper. Then they pass. Congratulations. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking part and making this a very engaging and delightful session. Over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rista, for this exciting table topic session. I enjoy the topic that you're giving. All the guests they are responding is, to be honest, quite funny for me. I enjoyed the session. So now it's the time for all the guests to vote for your best table topic speakers. John Master Cresta, please launch the poll, please. Who will be your best table topic speakers? Please select. Anyone that didn't vote yet? We will end the poll. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we have 2 same results. Okay, later we will share it. Okay, thank you everyone. Well done. Okay, now we will have a group photo session before we have our break. So everyone, you are welcome to on your video, please. And Zoom Master, please ready to take a snapshot. Everyone, smile. Okay, 1, 2, smile. Okay, for second page, take another one. 1, 2, smile. Okay, thank you everyone. Now we will have a break time for 3 minutes. We will come back here for 9:06. So see everyone 3 minutes later. See you. Thank you.
You can stay in the room as well. We can chit chat for those who do not need a bio break.
Yeah, tonight I saw many guests from other Toastmaster Club. So for those guests, please rename yourself. Yeah, if you haven't renamed yourself, please rename yourself. If you are a guest, just put G in front of your name. And if you are Toastmaster guests from other clubs, remember to put your club names behind your name.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Why so quiet? One.
You want to put any music, any soft music to entertain the guests?
Yeah. Please.
Put a tune that reminisce your 21-year-old self.
Yeah, but everybody age is different. The 21 years old could be different song.
Yeah,
true.
Okay, we will follow DJ. Follow DJ.
Yeah, DJ. Who's the
I
DJ?
have to agree on what Angeline said because I'm still not yet 21, so I don't know the feeling yet.
Never mind, you just follow the trend.
You have a lot of good words and advice on how to be a 21-year-old.
Just follow Edmund's what mistakes not to make, okay?
Actually, one very important advice. By the age of 21, you should learn the Malaysian tax system because that's what happened to me.
I know
At
the
the age
Malaysian
of
tax
10
system because I'm an accountant, so I should
Okay,
know
fair.
this.
Good enough. Good enough. I had to learn that because when I started working, that's when I have to do my taxes.
Yeah. And now it's because like the tax system is quite different now compared to the past, where like now it's very critical. Like every little thing they will detail you down. Then any small little thing, right? They're like, oh, we want proof. So it's like it's a bit hard lah.
Receipt every time.
Receipt and proof.
That's why I'm a bit scared.
President Angeline, is this a part where we are supposed to dance? Your
Yeah, you
K-pop.
can dance. It's like in the club, right? When you dance and then you still get to talk to others. You just have to speak very loudly, right? And KK
Aren't
will
you like the
dance
dance leader?
KK will dance in his jungle and do.
KK lead the way.
KK, bring us
KK, we
have
follow
jungle
you.
fever.
You show the step. We will follow the animal dance.
Jungle dance.
Yes.
This is a mouse, is it?
Is it mouse? Yeah. What is this? What animal is it? Play a guess.
Tiger.
KK, you're mute. Here?
Giraffe. I assume it's giraffe, got horn.
Hi, Vina. Are you around? Vina probably can rename to G_ your name as a guest. Who else do we have? Okay, we have all the rest already. Stephanie Tan, could you help to rename yourself? Or maybe the team could help to rename.
Stephanie is from this club, yeah?
From
Okay, we are about the time. Is everyone come back already? Hello, hello.
Do you want to
Yes,
ask for
yes,
any
we're back.
emoji? Any emojis to click?
So, joy, the cry smiling face to show that you are back.
Joy. Click on the joy emoji. Is that right, Risan?
Yeah, the crying smiling face.
Okay. Tears out of joy. So I can see. But for those without videos on, so we can just, maybe you can put on the chat or turn on your video so we know that you are back with us. We still have the second part. Is it the second half? Very interesting second part, right, Risan?
So Master, let me see please.
All right, is it ready?
Please. Thank you, Zone Master Mincy. Well, today I have two very good Zone Master, but that accompany with us, Mincy and Cresta. So I would like to also thank you for their effort also. Now, welcome back, everyone. So we are in the third session of the tunnels, the most important session. As in Toastmaster meeting this round, the constructive feedback is given to each speaker as well as to overall meeting conducted so that members can benefit from the experience of evaluator and become the better speakers. For this, we have the general evaluator to conduct the session. With a great honor tonight, we have John C., the Distinguished Toastmaster Breakthrough Toastmaster Club. I would like now to hand over the session to General Evaluator of the day, Toastmaster John C. Over to you.
Thank you, Risan. To evaluate Allison's speech, can we please invite Alvin Tang?
Thanks, G. So first of all, where is Allison? Can someone please spotlight me and Allison? Thank you. Yes, there you are. So congratulations, Allison. So you did it. That is what I'd like to talk to you in a conversational style. There's a difference between a speech and a conversation. Whereas a speech is the recipient will be a group of people, in this case is audience, whereas a conversation is like what I'm doing to you right now. So I'll just talk to you in a conversational style. So if you can see that you are, even though the topic was embrace the imperfect, but I can see deep down, right in your core, the brain cortex, you are still a perfectionist. I can see that because you're really, really good in managing the time and you are really good in your speech delivery. Speech was well done because it was perfectly orchestrated within the time. So job well done, Alison. Again, if you look into my eyes right now, you can actually see that I'm looking at the pinhole and sometimes I'm looking at the speech that I already prepared for myself in order to talk to you. Those are points. So now from time to time, you may observe that actually I'm looking at the speech that I prepared. So as what I'm doing right now, I'm actually reading. Pursuit, you are excelling at pursuit at perfection. And now I'm looking at the pinhole. So you can see that the virtual webinar is very punishing. We can detect your eyeball very easily. So during the speech, actually, I can see that you actually were following some kind of lines continuously. So it actually made me think that you were actually reading a speech. So when you were reading a speech, you actually lack a lot of spontaneous, emotional, and impromptu interjections and something like that. So it lacks a little bit of flavors out there, whereby it should be in the first place for a very good quality speech. But anyway, anyhow, the way you deliver it, it was actually good because you came from a consultancy background. So speaking is one of your natural flair, I think. So there's a thing that you may want to work on would be the eye movement. So after that this is very good if you actually can empower it yourself. It will be the pauses and also suspense. When we listen to your speech, it's like we are watching a movie. I'm a movie hunk, so I like to talk about movies. So When we watch movies, we like suspense, right? Again, when we are having relationship with your boyfriend or with anybody else, we like suspense. The elements of suspense is very important in a speech. And I would like to quote an example whereby you should be adding suspense. It's like I stumbled upon the evaluation form by my US professor. Actually, you can just keep a suspense for us, like say, would you want to take a guess? So we were like, okay. So we were like, there will be more connection and interaction within the audience and also yourself. So all these things may not be present if you are reading it from line to line. So to challenge yourself, ironically, is to embrace the imperfect. You do not have to be perfect in all sense. You just have to jot down the points and just talk it slowly and let your mind flow. It is okay to make errors. It is okay to be imperfect in Toastmasters, which is the reason why we are here as a speech evaluator as well as the GE to help you take on to the next challenge. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Alvin. That was a wonderful evaluation. Next, let's invite Suveen to evaluate June's speech. Suveen, please. Suveen, can you please unmute?
Yes, hello. Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you, G. Hi, June. From the speech, what the most attracted me is your fluent speech. June, you have made a strong impression to me that you doesn't sound like Russophobia. You said you took 5 years observe Toastmaster, only you decided to join Toastmaster. And today, in your first speech, it doesn't sound like you have Russophobia at all. How to say so? June, a good speech, you have a good opening. And you have a good opening by interaction with your audience. You ask them to type the answer into the chat box. So you have gained your audience attention and eager to hear more from you. You have brought up a very interesting content about the number one of human fear is public speaking instead of dying. You know, in fact, you have made a big move and a big breakthrough. And you have shared us your bad experience of your first speech, which you have halfway forgotten your speech and made you have so much of phobia. But today, without you telling us, we can't imagine this at all. Alright? So fellow Toastmaster and guests, do you agree with me? If yes, can you please give June a big applause and a love icon? Thank you so much for all the love icon for June. So, June, for every good speech, there are some room of improvement. Now I have 2 points for you to consider in order for you to make an excellence for your next speech. Are you ready, June? All right, good. First, when you share with us during your first speech that halfway you have forgotten your speech and all sorts of feelings arises, like you feel your heart is on fire, your heart is difficult to breathe, this kind of burning feelings, right? I would suggest when you say it out, right, you just give a little pause at every description so that your audience will feel the way how you feel so. And I noticed when I noticed after the green light, you have already wrapping up your speech. So, and you end before the yellow light. I feel a little bit, if you can, in fact, you still have another 1 minute and 30 seconds. So when you see green light, right, you no need to wrapping up first. When come to the red light, only you wrap up with your statement, like your last statement. Later I will tell you your last statement, all right? So leverage your time and tell us more. I hope that you can use the extra time to tell us more on how you solve your glossophobia. All right? So all in all, June, congratulations for our first glossophobia speech, which made us have more confidence after we seeing a glossophobia like you can deliver smooth speech. So you have end your speech with a strong encouragement that you were saying it doesn't matter where and when you start, just restart. Awesome, June. Congratulations and looking forward for your next speech. Back to you, Risan.
Wow, Suveen. Excellent evaluation. To evaluate our President's Angeline's speech, move forward. Please invite distinguished Toastmaster Sweet Ye, please. Sweet Ye.
Hiya, hiya. Wow, Angeline, I'm in awe with your story. You managed to actually organize your story so well by talking about your family first, about your 4 sisters. Is it sisters? Did you listen properly? I did. Okay, anyway, then after that, moving on to the primary Para Para Sakura. And then after that, telling us about your infamous story of being the Snow White. And after that, the karate lady. Oh, okay. Angeline, you achieved your project objectives with this AWE, or what I like about you is A, action. So your actions, right, is your hand gestures, which is very engaging. And it shows how comfortable you are to your audience. And being familiar with your story. Because if we are unfamiliar and nervous, there's no hand gestures. All right. Well, when you have when you have good hand gestures, you show us your dance, Para Para Sakura, and now I'm doubting, am I in the same generation as you? Because I know the dance as well. And when you talk about karate, you say, don't play, I like all these things. It's very funny. Well, what I'm thinking is how you could improve would be waxing, W-A-X, wax. Not waxing your hair, but waxing the story. What I mean about waxing is that I want to see a clearer picture about those friends that you talk in your story. Remember, your title is Move Forward. And actually, you said this quote, right? You say, a true friend accepts who you are and give you genuine feedback and words. Having the right friend moves you forward. Well, I'm actually very curious who those friends are. What are their names? Are they big and scary? Or like my friend, shorter than me, even though I'm very short? Or is it they are cute and chug? Or maybe they are those people who smokes and talk bad about you. Who are those friends? I would like to know who are those friends that made you who you are today and move you forward. And last but not least, a parting message to you. And I think you know what it is. It's your strength. A-W-E. Now the last one, E. Engaging humor. So you are a naturally humorist. So with your humor, right, it will get you very far. I like that when you speak in Cantonese, the say ting gam, you actually translate it. You know, during my first speech, I didn't even translate anything that I say in Cantonese. Guess how uncomfortable everyone is. And I like that you talk about Snow White. What is Snow White, baby? Because some of us don't know who Snow White is, but you actually told us who Snow White is. Very fair, and your lips so red. And then the prefects like to pick on you. But then you told us maybe it's not because you're wearing lipstick, because you're feeling heaty, that's why your lips are always red. There comes your humor. You are a natural humorist. So, Angeline, you did well. First, action, very well. W, wax more on your friends. And last, engage us with more humor. I enjoy people like you too. Thank you, Angeline.
Wow, chop, 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 chop. Well done, sweet. Wonderful evaluation. I love your acronym AWE. Oh, that's how you describe our speaker, and you used it as a beautiful acronym to evaluate your speech. I will learn from you. Next time, I'll use it as well. Can I? Can I, sweet? Say yes.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Let me now invite our final speech evaluator for Michelle. Please welcome Jane Chong. Jane, please.
Hi, Michelle. You did really well in your second speech. I would like to congratulate you for inspiring us in such a wonderful, no, not wonderful, such a painful personal experience. It is definitely not easy for you to share out something that is deep in your heart and haunted you for years. You have shown a big leap of improvement in 2 aspects. The first one is your vocal variety. When you describe about your low tides, I could feel your sorrow. I could see that you are trying to hold back your emotion and you're in the brink of bursting out your tears. When you mentioned about like I was devastated and I wasn't happy with my life. Life became a drag. It is very painful. I could feel it, and it is. And when it comes to the turning point, when you start to engage in the coaching program, I could feel that the tone has changed. You become more positive, and it becomes. I can feel that you see the hope in your life. Great job in that, and I'm really impressed how you improve in such a short time. The second improvement that I can see in you is your body gestures. I could see that you have stepped a bit backward from your camera so that your hand has more space to move around. And I can see that you are trying to connect with us with some hand gestures like high pinnacles, right? That's great. And I really love it. I can connect with your stories more when you start to have all these actions. So just one recommendation, which is I feel that you can engage with your audience. For example, maybe you may have something like, have you ever encountered life-threatening experience before? Then you give a short pause for us to, for me, maybe to reflect on my past. Like then only you start telling your stories. I could, with that way, I can connect with your pain, and then I can link with my own personal experience. Okay, so all in all, I think you have improved a lot tremendously from your first speech in such a short time. That's really great. And then I feel that your speech has more vocal variety now, and you have presented it well in great body gestures. And as a recommendation, I would love to see you engage with audience and to make it interactive. That's all from me. Congratulate Michelle, and back to you,
Thank
GE.
you. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you very much, Jane. Can you please give a big round of applause for all our speech evaluators? Yay! I think now is voting time, so I pass the e-voting back to Gesta and Mincy. Okay, can you please vote for the best evaluator? I've submitted mine. Next is our table topics evaluation. I would like to invite from YMCA Toastmasters Club to evaluate our table topics. Master is Toastmaster Cindy. Please welcome Cindy, please.
Thank you, John. This is the first time I met John, and both of us are from Singapore. Actually, we're now meeting in Malaysia. How uncanny. The world is getting smaller. It's bringing us together. Right, thank you. Shall I start?
Sure.
Good evening, everyone, and especially to Lorraine. Lorraine, you were poised, confident, and fluent in your speech. And your topic is discussing about the dream and how you go about achieving it. And you mentioned that your dream is to get a bachelor degree in mass comm, and your bigger dream is to be a lecturer. Then that is your opening, and you have your body. And you mentioned about the fear of being jobless, and that you needed to do something about it. And with closing, you mentioned and give us advice that you should reminisce, to remember your dreams, so that we stay focused to do the dreams that we used to have. And this is what I like about your speech. You have the opening, the body, and the closing. And to bring your speech to another level, I recommend that you have vocal variety. About the part when you talk about the goal of having your master degree, maybe you can speak like, remember to reminisce, to think back about the goal that you have, the goal of having your master degree, and stay focused. And that will probably impact your speech. Thank you, Lorraine. And next we have KK. KK's topic, it's about the birthday bash. And yes, we only live once. What I like about KK is his vocal variety. He said, yes, and I can feel his enthusiasm, and that will really energize and illuminate the whole entire speech. He has hand gestures when he describes the animal, and that makes it very animating and very fun. And for every speech, there's always a little recommendation. So my recommendation for you, KK, is maybe you can recommend the audience, throw back a question. Which animal costume would you want to wear to my party that will reflect yourself as a 21-year-old person? Thank you. And next we have Edmund. Edmund he's a famous person, and he's supposed to author a book. And he should mention about the 2 mistakes to avoid. And what I like about his topic is he shared about time and tide wait for no man. And that is a very powerful statement to share with us, that we should not be procrastinating, even though if you are 21 or even 41. And another impactful statement he gave is, impossible to I am possible. So a little recommendation is, he's a veteran in my club, okay? I don't know how to evaluate him, by the way. Maybe you should look into the camera. When you look into the camera, you are relating to the audience, and the audience will think that you are talking, there's more personal touch to it. Because right now we are not doing any physical meeting. It's very difficult to have that physical touch. This is what I suggest for Edmund. And maybe you stress impossible to I am possible. And perhaps that will make a more impactful statement. Thank you. And for Christine is supposed to advise her daughter. Do I have time? Okay. Is supposed to advise her daughter, and she gave an advice. Okay. Maybe to reorganize your speech, I recommend that you use the Oreo method. O for opinion. And she actually gave the opinion. She advises her daughter to be a lawyer, and then she gave reason. Then after that, she explained that why having a lawyer son-in-law is good. And lastly, the O for opinion, and that probably you should reinforce why having the son as having a lawyer as your son-in-law is a good deal, rather than choosing another engineer or a doctor. That will be all. Thank you. Back to you, John.
Thank you, Cindy. That was a very thorough evaluation. Now we have our grammarian. In Singapore, we call them language evaluators, and Toastmasters International call them grammarian. Venus Toastmasters also call them grammarian. The person I love to listen most is the grammarian. And tonight we have June Ui to do our evaluation. Thank you, June. Please welcome her.
Thank you, John. All right, I would like to, for our first speaker, Alison, she speaks very good English, and I like these phrases that she mentioned. Take down my armor. Trying to be perfect itself comes from insecurity. Obsession to be a perfect me, but I will suggest the sentence to be obsession to be a perfect version of myself. And there are some areas of improvement. I running my own consultancy should be I'm running or I run. Humans makes mistake. Human is already plural, so no need to add s behind. Go back to helping. Go back to help. And she did not use word of the day. For speaker number 2, June, she used the word reminisce about my childhood. So she used the word, and I like the phrase she mentioned. It doesn't matter when you start, all it matters is restart. And there are areas of improvement. It ties back. No one in the class will volunteer. No one in the class would volunteer. Stand in front of public. So should be in front of the public. Traumatized experience I had. So should be traumatizing experience. I take a deep breath. I took a deep breath. I find it is something I need to improve on. Should be I find that it's something I need to improve on. 3 objectives, plural. It sounds this. It sounds like this. So lastly, it was not an enjoyable moment. Should be it was not an enjoyable moment. Speaker number 3, Angeline. She used word of the day to reminisce about my past. And I like the phrase she mentioned, our paths are meant to cross for a reason. And there are some errors. I continued my primary 5 in, should be primary 5 education. I'm having a popular haircut. I had a popular haircut. I couldn't understand why I get famous, why I got famous. My friendship didn't last. The friendship I had didn't last. I don't speak much. I didn't speak much is past tense. I go home after school. I went home after school. Students didn't cross each other. The student didn't interact with each other or each another. As if I'm on my lipstick, as if I applied my lipstick. A true friend will give you a true and genuine advice, give you the truth and genuine advice. I tried all sorts of different activities. So I would suggest to use I tried all sorts of activities because the word all sort means many different kinds of. Okay, and lastly, pronunciation, the adventurous should pronounce as the adventurous. Speaker number 4, Michelle. I like the phrase that she mentioned, discovered my life calling, popping painkillers, life went downhill, confidence diminished, and took a leap of faith. And the errors are to leading healthy life, to leading a healthy life, 9 months program, because just now she said 9-month program. I will never find my happiness nor, I will neither find my happiness nor. I began to open to opportunity, suggested I get to know or I have the opportunity to know. Second chance to life, second chance in my life. Going round and round should be went round and round. So for table topic speaker number 1, Lorraine, she used the word of the day, and she used twice. And I like the phrase she mentioned, open new door and avenue. Okay, all right. The area for improvement, get a master's. So suggest to describe the master properly or get a master's degree. Move to 2019, fast forward to 2019. Table topic speaker number 2, KK. Our area for improvement, come in an animal form, suggested in animal costume, reflect your character, reflect your personalities, always looking above everybody, so always look up. Table topic speaker number 3, Edmund. I like to use you make her balloon up, and I learned what is 5K from him as well. Area for improvement, like to dare to do anything, should be dare to do anything. When you go out, see a handsome man, when you see a handsome man or when you saw a handsome man. I started my Toastmasters at very late age, should be at a late age. I scared myself, I'm afraid of myself. If you like him, bring home to your family. Bring home to your family will do. How you spell impossible? How do you spell impossible? So the table's topic, speaker number 4, Christine. Area for improvement, pick the lawyer. So suggested choose to be lawyer. Lawyer can make good judge. Lawyer can be a good judge. Don't know what to do, their choices. Don't know how to make their choice. Pass through permission of me. Get my permission. He will be the one to be successor. He would have succeed. To ask him to come for a table topic. To ask him attempt the table topic. He will be the one that would be marry my daughter. He will be the one would be marrying my daughter. So that's all. Back to you, John. Thank you.
Thank you, our grammarian. I wouldn't have done a better job myself listening to grammarian. Her listening skill is just marvelous. Now we have our R counter report. Can I invite Evan to give her report, please? Evan.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, John.
Hi.
For Allison, 1 like, 2 well, 1 1 gonna, and there is 3 repeat. There is 1 repeat that I didn't jot down. There is 2 repeats for change and 2 repeat in end. For June would be 3 so. For Angeline, 3 so, 2 la, 3 repeats of the, 1 then, 1 1 also, 1 and repeat of school. 2 repeats of school. For Michelle, that is 2 like and I will, twice of the repetitions. For table topic, Lorraine, that is 3 so, 1 actually, and KK, 1 and. For Edmund, I couldn't catch any filler words. If I would want to pick, that would be 2 times of remember, 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 remember. But I guess that is his style of delivering the speech to emphasize the meaning. And that is 2 so. And then for the third table, for Christine, that is 2 I guess, 3 3 so, 2 I think, once repeat twice, and total there will be 5 so. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Evan. Next on the list is timer's report, is it? What is the purpose of the timer's report? Let me invite Mei Hong, please. Mei Hong.
Thank you, John. Good evening, everyone. Today, I will be giving the timer report. For the prepared speech, first, Alison Yun, 5 minutes and 33 seconds is within the time. Then the second is Jun Bei, 4 minutes and 15 seconds is within the time. The third one is Angeline Lai, 6 minutes and 24 seconds, is still within the time. Then the last one is Michelle Lam, 7 minutes and 48, which is a bit out of the time. Then the next one will be the table topic. The first one will be Lauren, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Then the second table topic will be KKT. It will be 2 minutes and 16, which is a bit over the time. Then the third one will be Edmund, 2 minutes and 11 seconds, which is a bit over the time. Then the fourth one, Christine Yuan, 1 minute and 13 seconds, which is within the time. Next, will be about the evaluation. The first is Alvin, 3 minutes and 24 seconds, which is a bit over the time. Then the second will be Servin, 3 minutes and 22 seconds, which is a bit over the time too. Then the third one is Yi, 3 minutes and 12 seconds. And the last one is Yan Chong, 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Even though it's a bit out of second, but I think it's still okay. It's still below 4 minutes. Then the last one will be table topic evaluation, Cindy. It's 5 minutes and 9 seconds. It's still within, consider within the time, just a little bit up. That's all. Back to you, John.
Thank you. Thank you so much, our timer Mei Hong. Now it's my turn. I've been waiting the whole evening to do my language evaluation. They said a successful man is one who could earn more than his wife could spend. A successful lady is one who could find that man. A successful Toastmaster is one who gets invited to be your general evaluator. And a successful club is a club who could find that man. So all of us are successful. Let's give ourselves a big round of applause. Yes. I feel very special to be invited by your president, Angeline. In fact, I'd like to pay tribute to this exclusive and exquisite ladies club with a song by the late Helen Reddy entitled I Am Woman. Listen to the lyrics. I am woman, hear me roar. In numbers too big to ignore. Oh yes, I'm wise, but it's wisdom born of pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gain. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong. I'm invincible. I am woman. Ode to all women. So ladies, you ought to be proud of yourselves. Yes, let's give yourselves another big round of applause. In case you still do not know, Venus is the goddess of love. And so all members are goddesses of love. Do you know that? If you do not know, now you know. Let me tell you something else. Then there's this Mars. Mars is the god of war. When Mars shoots his arrow through Venus's heart, there is romance. So tonight, I came here looking for romance. Not the type that you all think. I'm not a dirty old man, but the romance between Toastmasters who love speaking. I'll start with the opening address by President Angeline. President took control right from the get-go. Angeline, you're not only the captain of the ship, you are the admiral of tonight's fleet because there are more than 40 of us and you took control right from the beginning. I love the way you took control. That is leadership by example. Then we have Allison. Allison, take down my armor and reveal myself to you. And that's what you did. I thought that was beautifully brave. You were awfully incredible. Allison, you are impassionately eloquent. I love the way you speak. I love listening to you. Then we have June. Your pleasant personality just oozes out of you, June. And you were not also afraid to share with us who you are. Then we have President Angeline. Wow, as fair as Snow White. Golden princess. Wow, your speech was chop, chop, chop here, chop there, chop everywhere. Your presentation cut through all barriers in communication because you were brave, you were full of candor, full of zeal. Angeline, I have to be frank with you. I don't like your speech. I love your speech. Then we have Michelle. You are super fluent, Michelle. I love your diction. Clean, clear, crisp diction. I have to be very frank with all of you, my dear friends from Malaysia. I know there are some from Singapore. Singapore's standard cannot match yours in terms of language. I tell you the truth, because I'm the language master in Singapore, Malaysia, and some say Batam as well. Don't see me xiao xiao, okay? I good one. Then we have beautiful Michelle. Michelle, you epitomize what Leonardo da Vinci said. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. You use simple words, but you are deep, deep one, you know. So you really are good. And he said, round and round, going round and round. And there's a beautiful rhetorical device called epizeuxis. If you repeat one word again and again, and then you go round, 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 spin, 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 you get giddy. And I just felt giddy listening to your speech in a good way, not in a bad way. Michelle, you are exemplary. Both of you, Alison and Michelle, you two are the icing on the cake, the sizzle in the steak, and the milk in the shake of tonight's meeting. You are one and two beautiful ladies who shake up tonight's meeting, and I totally enjoyed your speeches. Toastmaster of the day, Risan Tan. Risan, I appreciate the fact that you are absolutely, excellently, superbly well prepared. Right from the beginning, you were also in control. You are a beautiful, genial host. And I love the way you did it. You did it with a lot of heart, you did it with a lot of passion, and you did it with a lot of control. Then we have grammarian June. I love it when I get to evaluate the language evaluator. June meant business. She went straight to the point. No nonsense from June. June, you are a super girl grammarian. Not only super girl, you're a super girl grammarian. Your listening skill is exemplary. Wow. Your evaluation was not good. It was marvelously good. June, let me ask you something, okay? As language evaluator, in the program at 9:29 p.m., you see grammarian report. At 9:40 p.m., you see general evaluators report. Tell me, what's wrong with it?
Hi, John. You mean the time between the grammarian report and GE report?
Okay, June, if you have spotted the mistake, you would know what I'm actually pointing at. The word is a report.
Yeah, okay.
So what's wrong with the word report, June?
What's wrong with the word report? I have no idea, John. Sorry about it.
Thank you, June. You see, grammarian give evaluation. General evaluator give evaluation. The timer gives a report. The R counter gives a report. Report means I note down how much time you take for the speech and I report to everybody. That's a fact. I count 10 R's from a speaker. That's a fact. You have 10 R's. Nobody argues with a person who gives a report. But if a general evaluator says something and you don't like it, you can say, John, shut up. Listen to me. You can fight with me, but you cannot fight with the timer or the R counter because they report facts. So a general evaluation, a language evaluation, a speech evaluation is an evaluation, different from a report. So please don't say grammarian report, don't say general evaluation report, because evaluation and report don't come together. They are two different meanings. Dear evaluators, let's take a leaf from the book of Benjamin Franklin, who said, tell me, I forget. Teach me, and I remember. Involve me, and I learn. And that's what great evaluators do. We involve our speakers. And that's what you did, our speech evaluators. Alvin, perfectly orchestrated, you said. I love this phrase. Wow. You give good sound advice, Alvin. Then we have Suveen. You are super encouraging, Suveen, as an evaluator. And we have Sweet. Yeah, I'm in awe, you said. Sweet, you flash your sweet, sweet smile tonight. And you talk about waxing. I know something about waxing, but not the type of waxing you're talking about. I don't know whether you are thinking the way I think. You know, my mind is not very straight now. I like your waxing. And then you use AWE as an acronym, AWE. Thank you, Sweet. Then we have Jane. Your gestures were quite mesmerizing, Jane, when you are evaluating. Your gestures is just a magician. Sleep, and then we all sleep already. So we were under your spell when you're using your gestures. Nice gestures. Let me share with you now our table topics master, Rita Go. Your bubbly personality is obvious, Rita. Wow, you had for us a smorgasbord of topics. And I love all those topics. If I were not the general evaluator this evening, I would have volunteered because I love challenges like that. And we have Cindy, table topics evaluator. Cindy, your thorough evaluation was elegantly enlightening. Table topic speakers, yes, you were listening to Cindy, and I thought Cindy gave very good advice. Then we have our timer, Mei Hong. You were conscientious, fabulously focused timer. You were meticulous. Our counter, even. You hit the ball out of the park tonight, even, for your R counter report. It was good, it was meaningful, it was thorough, and I loved it. Now let me give you some recommendations. It was Kung Fu icon and philosopher Bruce Lee who said, knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Let me share with you for a fact that you, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, you are all number one. You see, at the corner of my background, there's this number one there. It's not for me, it's for all of you, to remind all of you that you are number one. Okay, please unmute and tell me, do you believe that you are number one? Yes or no?
Yes, we are number one.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone
Yes.
is number one.
Yes.
I like the enthusiasm. Okay, I'm not going to say it only, I'm going to prove it to all of you. Are you all ready?
Yes.
No answer.
Yes.
Okay, there are 5 steps. There are 5 steps, just 5 simple steps. All you need to do is to just listen and do the 5 steps and you'll get the answer. Ready? Think of a number.
1.
Don't tell me, Uncle Chu. Again, don't sabo me. Think of a number. Multiply by 2. Add 2 to the number. Divide the number by 2. Then you subtract the number with the original number you thought about. What's your answer?
Number 1.
1.
What's your answer?
1.
1.
And you look at each other and say, I am number one and so are you. Do that quickly, please.
I am number one, and so are you.
Yes. So the next question is, if you are married, are you number one spouse to your husband or to your wife?
Yes, number 1.
If you are a father, are you number one father to your children?
Yes,
If you are a daughter or son, are you number one child to your parents?
Yes.
I don't mean the best. You don't need to be the best. You need to be the number one in these people's eyes. Because if you're number 2, you're gone. Why do I say that, ladies and gentlemen? I say that because whatever I do, whether it's language evaluation, speech evaluation, or general evaluation, I want to bring you up to a higher level so that you'll see yourself as number one. Every time you do it, you do your best. And people see you as number one. Because how many of you agree that nobody remembers number 2 or number 3? They only remember number 1. Agree?
Yes.
That's why we have to be number 1 in the eyes of those people who mean the most to us. To me, Toastmasters mean everything. So tonight, I want to share with you that every appointment holder was meticulous. You put in so much hard work, and the quality of the meeting shows because of your hard work. There were not even one change in today's program, not even one, 0. That means all of you were very committed to tonight's meeting. And I'm very, very impressed. I really am. But one thing you need to do is you don't let the general evaluator invite himself to do the evaluation. Get someone to invite him because he is a special person, okay? Don't let me invite myself, not nice. So get somebody else to invite me next time, okay? So that I can concentrate on writing all your beautiful language use, your beautiful evaluations, and your speeches. Tonight's meeting is awfully amazing, painfully pleasurable, and excruciatingly enjoyable. Every minute of it. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to all the speeches that touched my mind, my heart, and everywhere else in my body. I cannot tell you where. In conclusion, I'm grateful to President Angeline for inviting me. I'm grateful to all speakers and evaluators who edified and entertained me. I'm grateful to all of you who remind me of this special and privileged community that no matter where we come from, we are one. Thank you. God bless. I love you. Good night.
Thank you, our General Evaluator, John, and the team for the such details and warm feedback. I believe God and Goddess here are applying the advice and will improve over their Toastmaster journey. My friends, I hope you all had a quite fulfilled journey tonight. Of course, we can end without the award sessions. So for this, may I call upon our club president, Toastmaster Angeline, to announce the award, please? Please help me welcome President Angeline by give the love emoji.
Thank you, thank you. So now is the time for award and recognition. Of course, thanks our GE from Singapore Breakthrough Toastmaster John. We get to learn a lot, even though we exceeded a little bit of time. I hope that everyone agree with me that you enjoy listening to John about his evaluations, right? And the songs and the lyrics as well. So without further ado, let's come to our awards and recognitions. The first best speakers.
Yes. Best speaker goes to?
Best speakers, Michelle.
Wow, thank you.
Wait a moment. Need to.
Oh wait, let me take my glasses off.
Please spin, Michelle.
Sorry, I have some problem. Wait for a while, yeah.
All right. You want to stop sharing the screen?
Technical issue. Okay, can. No problem.
Okay.
Michelle, smile. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. So next, we will have the best table topic. So we have, I think we have, because tonight we have about almost full house, a lot of participants. Thank you. And we have a tie tonight for the table topic. So the first one is KK. KK, please pin KK. Thank you.
3, 2, 1, smile. Another one. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay.
Thank you. So next one, we have the next Best Table Topics Award. Edmund Chu.
Congratulations, Edmund.
Edmund, surprise. Yeah, because we have a lot of people tonight and we got the same, surprisingly, we got the same numbers for both of you. It's a tie. So we decided to give 2 awards for the best table topics for tonight. Please pin Edmund, sorry.
Edmund, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay.
Thank you. So last but not least, we will have our best evaluator. Congratulations, Sweet E, my evaluators. Wow. Oh, AWE. Please pin Sweet E. Thank you.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay.
Thank you. Back to you. Do we still have anything?
Yes.
Any award?
It's not about.
Okay. Okay. Okay, next we will have a appreciations. Okay. It's our honor from Venus on behalf of all the Venus members and the club officers that will tonight we are honored to get a lot of special speakers and evaluators to come to our club meetings. Thank you, John. So this is the certificates of appreciations from Venus Club.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay.
Thank you. We will send the certificates over to you. Next, do we have the next person? Alvin Tang from Alvin, are you there? Great to be. Yes. Thank you, Alvin.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Thank you. Done?
Done?
Okay. Okay. Next one. Sweet Eve.
Oh, hi.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay.
Thanks. Is there any more? Okay. Jane Chong. Thank you from Quayside, Penang Quayside. It's a corporate club.
3, 2, 1, smile. Okay.
Thank you.
Any more? COE?
No, that's it.
All right. So thanks everybody. We appreciate your attendance today for joining us tonight. I'll hand over to our TOA.
Thank you, President Angeline. So congratulations. Congratulations to all of our awards winners and thank you to our guests for your enthusiasm. Now is the end of my sessions. But before I end, dear Winners Toastmaster Time Tunnel passenger, you still remember the activity that I just now advised that you want to give to the 21st years old self? I would like to share this quote from Lewis with all of you, my friend. You cannot go back and change at the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. So my friend, it's never too late to start right now. Don't forget about your dreams and the advice that you give to yourself. Start from today's onward. Go and chase for it. Thank you, everyone. And now I shall pass the control to our winners, Toastmaster Vice President's Education, Shavin, to lead for the announcement. Shavin, over to you.
Hi, Risan, TOE, thank you so much. Okay, hello members and guests. Okay, basically this section is for our members who would like to take up the roles for our coming meeting, which is on the 21st of August. We have only 4 roles vacant right now. So for the first come first serve basis, the first one will be TOE. Then we have another 2 evaluator. And the last one, we are looking for GE. All right, so I hope that John, you will become our next GE again. So if you are available, you would like to grab this role, maybe you can just put your name into the chat, then I will take note on that. All right, thank you. Back to you, Risan.
Now we will open the breakout room for our guests. Guests, if you are not from Toastmasters, any Toastmaster club, you are welcome to join the room. Inside that, our Shavin and also our Michelle will be over there. And now is also for the air time. Any club that would like to share for the coming up activities for your club?
Hi, Resan. May I have some time?
Yes.
Yeah, we are from Jabo GBS Toastmaster Club. So our upcoming meeting will be held on 11 August, lunchtime, 12 to 1:30 p.m. So we look forward to having you to join us for the meeting, and I will be sent out through the chat session for the registration link. If you are interested, you can just feel free to register yourself by clicking the link, or maybe you can just scan QR code through the poster. So I hope to see you all. Thank you. Back to you, Resan.
Thank you.
Yeah, come join our club. Yay.
Who is it?
Yeah, it's me, Daniel from Jabo as well.
Hi.
Yeah, come join our club.
Okay, sure. will visit your clubbing. Any others? Airtime now.
Risan, can I have airtime? A little bit of airtime?
Sure.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Lorraine, and I'm from Hangout Toastmasters Club. We are a very new club in Penang, almost the same age as Venus. So our meeting actually happens tomorrow at 7:45 to 9:45 p.m. And our theme is very close to Venus as well, coincidentally, called Youth. So if you're feeling very youthful tomorrow night and would love to share your youth with us, come and join us and hang out with us tomorrow night. I'll put the registration link in the chat box.
Yes, you're welcome to do so. Thank you, Lauren. Any others? Club? Airtime. No, okay. Maybe I would like to ask for the feedback from you all. How do you all think about tonight's meetings? Can someone maybe give the feedback to us so that we can improve for our next meeting also? Maybe start from guests. Anyone? I just point someone that direct in front of my, yeah, Lauren. Welcome. Lauren, please share your opinion. Lauren, you are muted, Lauren.
I actually enjoy the whole meeting itself. This is my first time joining a all women's club meeting, and I really find it very engaging, especially being with ladies. And I find it that you are very open to invite other people as well. And overall, everyone is so energetic, and I hope to have that same energy as well for my club. And I hope to see you guys as well for my club meetings in the future.
Sure. Just for your information, our president, Angeline, very welcome all of our members to clubbing around. So whatever message that invitation that we receive, we will share in our groups. So you all are welcome to share your message, your meeting message to us. Then we will encourage our members to join others club meeting also. Any others? Yeah, Edmund.
Anyway, thank you very much. It was a last minute joining for me because my club member YMCA Cindy say, "Hey Ed, you forget tonight's meeting." I don't know a clue where Venus come in. The minute I went into the galaxy, then I realized that, oh my God, it's all women's club. Oh, and then at the same time, I met my old friend, distinguished Toastmaster John C. Oh, he give me back my youth again. And when you hit me in the button on the age 21, I tell you, just like in Penang, Hao Kong Kong Liao, and I love Penang, all the good food. I miss Penang. Penang is my second home. Besides that, why? Because I frequent there very often. And this time, if I land in Penang, I will not miss the Toastmasters Club, whether Venus or Hangout, because I got to tell all my friends. By the way, we are Rotarians. We also are Rotary members. Rotarians and Toastmasters today are joined in the sense because Toastmasters is an early vocation of Rotary. Rotary, we are doing international humanitarian work. So anyway, it's very nice. I feel very youthful again. I never age. Just like John, he's getting younger and younger. I don't know how in the end he gets so youthful. What formula I must learn from him? Because maybe he's so eloquent and so good in articulation. If you look at him, I tell you, for once I thought he was from Korea or Japan. 감사합니다. 이건 감사합니다. 이거 안녕하세요. 이거 안녕하세요. So very nice. Anyway, thank you. 谢谢. Thank you. Arigato. And I'll come back again and hang out, Lorraine. I'll be there tomorrow as your evaluator. I'll talk to my Cindy. All right. See you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Love you, bro.
Yeah. And John, don't forget, you call me, I forget your own number.
Sure.
I'm not your girlfriend. I'm only your boyfriend. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Edwin. Yeah, maybe John, you want to share about your secrets, how you can get younger and younger with others?
Can you all guess my age?
Wow.
21.
Really lie, look at me, you tell me my age.
The like women say, women never guess other people's age because we avoid other people guess our age.
Oh, you can guess guys' age, man. I turned 60 in January this year, and I've been Toastmaster since 1990. So 31 years in Toastmasters. So actually, I'm a Toastmaster member more than half of my life, and I'm still loving it every second of it. Yeah. Some of you give the feedback that I point out June as the language evaluator for the report and all that. The purpose I do that is as language evaluator, we might miss it. I miss it for many years until somebody pointed out to me. I said, John, there's a difference between a report and an evaluation. And I learned from that language evaluator. And because of that, I want to pass it on to other language evaluators. It's not to put her in a spot or put her in a difficult position. It's learning. And sometimes if you are not direct enough, people cannot learn or don't know how to learn. So sometimes we need to be a little bit more direct, but tactful. I didn't pull her down. I just asked her to see whether she could see it. And then when I pointed out, all of you could see it. And that's what it is. We have to be direct at times so that other people can learn from us.
Okay, thank you, John. Yeah. Alvin, I saw you raising your hand.
Actually, I was about to leave until John speaks. So actually, just to share with all of you, Ines.
Okay.
Actually thinking of a name for my boy who's about to be born end of this month.
Sorry, cannot hear.
Okay, I'm about to leave until John speaks. So well done, Venus. You actually attracted a very good talent. I would say a very veteran, spent 30 years of his life having throughout the journey in Toastmaster. I would say he must be somebody. So I'm very happy that we have it here tonight. I'm very lucky. As what our president said, that we will cross path in one way or another. So so happened that I'm able to have a cross path with him. So I count myself lucky. So just to share with you, end of this month I'm expecting a baby boy. I'm also thinking a name. So I'm not sure. It seems to me like those with the name with John sounds very powerful. Huh? You think about it. First is Terminator. I told you I'm a movie buff, right? Terminator, who was the guy? John Connor. Very powerful. Can go here and back throughout the time and then go back and kill Terminator and things like that. This is John Connor. And then we go to John Wick. Another killer also. Kill here and there, shoot, but never dies. Another one, last but not least, John Cena. Who doesn't know John Cena, okay? Everybody knows John Cena. It seems like John, it seems to be a very good name. Huh? I might consider it to talk about it with my wife later.
I love you, Alvin. I love you,
Good
bro.
to see you, John. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, sir.
Okay.
Can we ask question? Yeah, this is Annie. John, you mentioned for 31 years you were in this Toastmasters and you still are. May I know what is the thing that you like most about Toastmasters or being in Toastmasters, and the rest as well? I mean, similar question. Yeah.
Thank you, Annie. When I started off in Toastmasters, I was a life insurance agent. And when I joined Toastmasters, I wanted to be more fluent in my presentation. And I found Toastmasters more than just presentation skills. I found that in order to lead a group of volunteers, you really got to be persuasive. You really got to be a great leader who people want to follow. It's not, you tell people they have to listen to you, but you inspire them to want to listen to you. And that's true leadership. If I'm the CEO of a company, I can hire and fire. You don't do it, I'll sack you. But in Toastmasters, you don't sack anyone. You inspire people to want to work with you. And Toastmasters taught me the true, real reason to be a good leader. So when people want to be led by you, it is because you are really a great leader. Number two, I always learn from fellow Toastmasters. And that's what I love most about it. Whether you make a mistake or you teach me a new word or you share with me a great new word, I will register it. And after 31 years, I've been much richer in terms of my vocabulary just by listening to fellow Toastmasters. And tonight I already learned so much. I take down all these notes, and these notes are gems to me because I'm a training consultant. And I want to be able to inspire people by sharing with them adjectives that reflects who they actually are. Rather than pull people down, I want to build people up. But I have to be frank. I have to be sincere so that people know that I'm speaking from my heart. And all these skills and techniques are all from Toastmasters. Evaluation teaches me how to really, really listen. Not 1 year in, 1 year out. That's listening. That is hearing. But we have to really listen in order to listen to the true essence and message of a person. Not just the words, but the intent of the person. And Toastmasters gives us this laboratory for us to learn, practice, and each time we do it, we learn something new. And that's the beauty of it. That's what I love most, Annie.
Yeah, it's very true that instead of just hearing and listening, there's the difference.
Hello, we are back.
Is there any other people that would like to share their opinions also? Yeah, President, you are back.
Yep,
Yeah,
I would
over
like
to
to
you.
share my opinion. May I?
Yes, Hao Jun.
Hi, thanks for inviting. I think I have been invited aggressively by Alvin and also Angeline to the meeting. So I have to, people say, give face and attend. It has been an awesome meeting, a lot of value in the speeches, and I especially love the table topic master. So much energy, even more energy than me, makes me feel very old, right? So thoroughly enjoy the meeting. Just a bit of evaluation to the general evaluator. I think you meant well. The intention was good. Perhaps the methodology, putting anyone on stage that cannot answer your question might look a bit bad. So, yep. But anyways, point taken. I think it's a very good point. If a grammarian were to give a suggestion, it can be termed as an evaluation. Fully agree to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hao Jun.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hao Jun.
All right. So without further ado, I'm mindful about the time today. I think it's very interesting. That's why everybody still wants us to stay a bit late, right? Right. Anything for Risa?
Yeah, it's your closing speech.
Okay. So it's my time, huh? Okay. A quick one. I will just like what John said, chop. I try to chop fast, end this. I know it's a Friday night, so tomorrow I hope everybody can have a restful night and enjoy your weekend with your loved ones and your families. I enjoyed tonight's session so much, and I hope you enjoy the session too. It's our privilege to learn from each other in tonight's role players as well. Thank you for all your participations, and we hope to see you again in our next club meeting. I believe our club officers have pasted the link for the registrations for the upcoming club meetings. So just to recap, if for the new members or new guest participants, our Winners Club meetings happens in the first Friday and the third Saturday of the month. So if you click on the link, then you will get to see the dates that lined up for the upcoming meeting. So we hope to see you again. And now I will announce the meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Stay safe.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Stay
Good
safe,
night,
everyone.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night. See you again.
See you.
TGIF,
Bye.
everyone.
Yeah, maybe we just open the floor for 3 minutes. If any of you click the link.
President, really, this is your first few meeting. Very well done and very organized.
Thank you. Our club officer, wow, very good. We all like everybody working together like wow, pia. before
Well done to the
tonight's
TOE as well. Very
the
smooth.
TOE, very good, Risan.
Anjun is amazed.
Yeah.
Yes. Even the club mentor is amazed.
Just now you tiam. Didn't know you're so good in MC. Next time you do more, please.
Risan, is it? Yeah, good, very good.
My hand's still shaking, okay?
Huh?
See you.
Shaking, no lah.
Thanks for inviting.
Thank you, Haojun. Yeah, I think your feedback is very good. I was for the earlier one, right, about John, maybe it's his style in Singapore. Just happened that I know I attended his past evaluations as well. So he liked to do this. I also a bit shocked because it's like putting people on the spot, right? I think that's what you meant. I do agree. But I think that feedback he probably another way is he can feedback to our ESCO or maybe directly to us.
No.
In the public.
His points are actually all right.
Yeah.
Actually, he can say, in my opinion, I feel that if you were to term it as an evaluation, then it might be a bit better, so people can, absorb the suggestion and all those. So it was great. Just that when you throw a